Like I said, you have to know how to pray. Prayer is powerful. Auntie Pam. Yes, Amanda, do you have a question? No, Auntie, you promised us a story. A story.
Yes, Auntie. You promised us a story.
Okay then. Since we are talking about prayer, I will tell you a story about powerful prayers that I did that shook the enemy.
That sounds interesting already.
I know, right?
Okay, Auntie Pam. The floor is yours.
So this is a true story. It is something that happened to me many years ago. When I was in my late 30s, I had this hunger for God. I could spend time with Him in prayer and also in reading the Word. My relationship with God was amazing. I could pray even in the wee hours of the night. During this time I encountered many fights here and there, struggles, opposition, but I didn't give up. I knew that Satan didn't like what I was doing. One of my neighbors, who was also our tenant, started disliking me. She woke up one day and told my husband that she had gotten a new house and that she wanted to go. A few weeks later, as I was doing laundry outside my house, around 5 o'clock in the evening, a lady came to our home. I can't describe her well. All I remember is that she was wearing nice outfit, had heels on, and was very beautiful. She was looking for that tenant who had moved to another village which was about 4 kilometers from ours. These two villages were separated by a river. Even though we had issues with that tenant, I decided to help her visitor. I knew she would get lost if I just gave her directions. So at first, I called my daughter Linda and asked if she could accompany her. But as they left, I felt a bit unsettled and thought within myself, the road they were going to use is usually lonely, very few people use it, especially in the evening. It would be unsafe for Linda. That's true. So I decided to take her. So, I walked her down the river. As we were about to cross, I started sensing something weird, and I lost my inner peace. There was no bridge there. There were just 2 stones inside where people could step on and cross. So I went first and I jumped to the other side. Then I turned back to see that lady as she crossed. I noticed that all her legs were inside the water. Was she drowning? No. The water was between her waist and knees. I knew she was safe. I stretched my hand to help her. Then I noticed that she had very long and sharp fingernails. And the more I stretched my hand to hold hers, the more she scratched my arm with them. My hand had deep scratches, and had started bleeding. Immediately I noticed that her interest was on getting me into the river as well. As she was holding my hand, I started praying loudly. I prayed while I struggled to retrieve my hand from hers. She held me tight, but her grip grew weaker as I continued to pray and rebuke.
What? Did you manage to retrieve your hand from his?
Yes, I did. And immediately she vanished.
You mean it was a spirit, not a human being?
Yes. That's so scary. You shouldn't be scared, Amanda. This story was meant to reveal to you how powerful a praying believer can be. I know this from experience. There are many other testimonies. I wish we had more time. There's what we call the believer's authority. This is a topic for another day. The more you pray, the more you become powerful. I know I have been praying occasionally, but after hearing this, I'm going to be serious. Again, you should not pray from a place of fear. Because you cannot take authority over something that you are afraid of. Therefore, you must know that victory has already been granted through the name of Jesus. The enemy will always play tricks on your mind to make you think that he is powerful. But the truth is that a believer who is lowest in rank is considered more powerful than the highest in rank in the kingdom of darkness. Have you not heard of a story of a certain powerful man of God who heard commotion downstairs after he had gone to bed? When he came down, he switched on the lights and saw Satan in a very scary form. Guess what he did?
He ran away?
No, he said. It is just you? Then he switched off the lights and went back to bed.
What?
That's interesting. The devil knows his position is under our feet. That's why he plays with our minds to appear powerful. Once we open the door of fear, we cannot take authority over him. In other words, he only needs to get you to forget your identity to control you. So, when you pray warfare prayers, pray from a place of victory. Satan is defeated already. Again, don't just pray when you're in trouble. Prayer exercises your spirit. The more you do it, the more you become stronger. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Pray without ceasing. And also in Luke 18 verses 1, then he spoke a parable unto them to this end. Men ought always to pray, and not to faint. So it is important to pray. That is the end of our session. What a wonderful session. Thank you so much, Auntie Pam. Hope to see you next time. You're welcome.